Welcome back, guys. I'm your host, Odessa Amaris. How you doing today, beautiful souls? I'm doing fantastic. Welcome to our next Let's Play series, Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim. Viewer discretion is advised. This gameplay is rated T for teen. If you're under the age of 17, you probably should not be watching this. This does contain a little bit of violence, a little bit of gore, some language, suggestive themes, and a little bit of drinking as well. If you are triggered by any of these things, please click away right now, but feel free to check out my other playlists. I do more than just video games, and you might find something else that you might be interested in on my page to watch. If not, and you're okay with this, then sit back, relax, and enjoy Hooked on You, Dead by Daylight's dating sim. You have been warned. Still getting cozy, guys. Let's go. You have an interesting day, that's for sure. But how little you discuss it to the others says saying too much or too little, and it could affect your standings with the group. Me. Dots. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is just not an option. Gush about your date. I'm a blabbermouth. I would be all like, yeah, no, I had a great time. Koi? I don't know. I've never... Koi? Be coy? Is that how... I didn't even know if that's how you spell koi. I am very interested in that word because I've never seen it spelled out. Anyways, I'm gonna gush about my date because I loved it. Oh no, I don't know if she likes that. Me. I wish you could all get to meet the real Spirit. She has such a soft side, and you'd all get to see it if you were a bit more nicer to her. Spirit looked totally horrified. Oh no! I promised she didn't want people paying her any more attention. She just trying to do her own thing, not fit into the killer club. Spirit, seriously? Did you listen to a single word I said? Scratch that! Okay. I don't give a damn. You can stare at me all you freaking want. My brain decides what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna be coy. I'm not gonna say anything. There we go. That's better. Hey, I only do this in certain situations and when it calls for it, so... It wasn't really a date. More like two people avoiding everyone else and choosing to be alone, but doing it in a reductive close proximity to each other. That sounds a little bit better, but I would gush about it. That other one does sound like me, though, of literally being all like, you know, if you were a lot nicer to her, maybe she would be your friend, but, you know... Thank you, darling. I had to. Shush! It's my game. I bought it. I'm allowed to do what I want. And if I want a scum save to make my girl happy, then you know what? I don't do very well with these. So. That's exactly right. Couldn't have not said it anything of value better myself. Spirit is very happy with the way you portrayed her your date. No spoilers. She doesn't like people getting into her business. Ta-da! That's why it was all like, well, I think I like the answer that I said earlier, but I was all like, wait a sec. I would gush about it, but what would she want? And then after I hit it and saw her face, I was like, maybe not telling everybody about it. Yeah, so, yeah, no. Is a good idea, and like right as soon as I clicked it, I was like, ooh, maybe I should have picked the other. Like my brain is like, I think you should have picked the other one. Dwight and Claudette brings out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. Oh, of course, and they are all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's a diary or dearie. Supernatural horror theater set in America, not a charming, proud dating sim set in an undisputed tropical paradise. Claudette, bon appetit. Me. Don't you mean bone? Dwight, no, almost everything we serve has a lot of bone in it, even the vegetables. Claudette, impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Our tensions are rising, both sexually and deadly variety. Excuse me. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, taking your napkin and dusting crumbs off of your table. What would you like to say to the servers? Thank them! Say thank you! Obviously, you say thank you. Aww. Me, your top-notch servers is much appreciated. Claudette, everyone, if you could please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, which we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. Oh, I bet. Dwight, you can go willingly or you can unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Trapper, uh-oh. Do you have a choice on how you said that, Dweety? Dwight, yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Spirit, good. Something needed to change around here. Fire is rebirth? Fire is rebirth. Huntress, you're imagining the soul? Wraith, I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horrible. Excuse me. Horrible after of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of my childhood trauma involving fire. Yeah, I think I remember that being part of your story. And finally, everyone started moving towards the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. You take a seat on the comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and waiting for other killers to take their place, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Yeah, I don't scum save too often and all of that. I just also wanted to mention that. But when I want the story to go a certain way, we're probably going to do it a lot, but we'll see how it goes. I didn't really need to mention it, but it's there, so. Anyways. Well, narrator, tell us a story. I bet they've got got a stunning creative mind. Hey, you think are they allowed to simply place them in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but someone unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is possible. Not a great sign. That's from me. Oh, cool! And everyone is looking at you. So, yeah, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell the story, or we could play crowd or something? Wraith. Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell a story? Oh, you want me to fucking tell a story? Okay. Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingy-majiggy at you. Oh, I'm amazed I got that. You duck out of the way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoot lasers. Trapper, try not to bore us. Huntress, we're just very interested in you. Spirit, don't speak for me, Huntress. Now, you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if you're nervous heating up. Or nerves heating up. Wraith, I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't know, therefore to burn us alive. Are you trying to say maybe that that the killer should not be paying attention to me, so to make me feel better? Is that what you're saying? He's not surprised to hear me, or get out of here, Wraith. Odessa was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Fine, I'll tell a story. I'm not a storyteller type. I mean, I tell horror stories all the time on the internet. Like, if you guys haven't seen my horror stories of cosplay or streaming or just horror stories in general, I have a playlist for each and every single one of those, and every one that I've experienced, I have told. Some of them I have to go back through and see if I actually did tell them. And others I'm all like, just experienced them recently. So, you know, I'll tell a story. Me, sure, I'm game to tell a story. Trickster, I hope it's mysterious. Okay, so what type of story do you want to tell? Romantic, adventure. Action? You know, I love my romantic tales. So I'm gonna probably go with... This is always the hard part. Let's go romantic. I'll tell a romantic story. I say. And spirit and two lovers who take poison together and die from foaming at the mouth. Huntress. Or about two strong hunters who meet with or when they both try to bludgeon the same willow. Oh, okay. Me. Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting, or he was hosting. She'd been dragged there by some friends. They couldn't have been more different, and yet as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he looked an insert in her major. Took insult to her major. Women's studies. So they insulted each other each. They were married within 2 months. Oh my gosh. That's a little soon. Trapper. A bit soon to know if you can trust anyone, don't you think? I agree. I moved too fast in certain relationships before, and they fall apart real fucking fast. Honeymoon phases suck. So, Wraith, it's so sweet! Me. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If, you know, some people don't need years to get requited with their partner. Some don't. Love could spark from a mere look across the campfire. Now you've got their attention. Each killer in perilous attention to catch your eye from across the fire camp or across the fire pit. Except for Trickster, of course, who was wandering over to the bar and is loudly playing his own music on headphones to drown you out. Of course. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this nature keeps it real. Narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. So who else would like to tell a story tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who be the most entertaining. As always, I want to hear another creepy story from Spirit. Y'all already know that this series is always going to be about Spirit, so... Spirit, I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you got out of anyone else in the group. Yeah, I do. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. Oh, story number 2, guys, from Spirit. Let's go. She has me on the edge of my seat with the first one. I want to hear this next one. Let's go. It's called The Bride technically, I suppose the fiance. One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and until intertwine their souls for eternity. The latest bridal they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods, but a beautiful symbolic farmhouse. Okay. Together they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two figures out setting. Oh my goodness. Why do I do this to myself? I always pick the characters that have the biggest fucking words that I can't fucking read due to my dyslexia being a bitch. Arrangement and testing one's your cake or cakes before setting on the perfect ones. They chose. Oh my goodness! I have no idea. Is that supposed to be licorice? Liquor? I'm skipping. By the way, so fancy. When it came time to forage out the desserts, however, the bride, the fiance, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set this style. After all, the boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship. So he was definitely not to be trusted. What's wrong with open-toe shoes? Okay. Having decided on such lovely natural setting for their ceremony, the fiancé decided that she would create unrequited it's like arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun arose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out their best blooms could be found and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding so that they'd be at the highest of their freshness and beauty. And managed with the incredible various of flowers in the woods, she severed the fiance, since they had not yet been married. Survey? Because, obviously, with knowing just how many there were, so that she could choose the absolute best. Yeah, I'm trying to adjust my seat. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancé told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Except for the ceremony to come. She dressed in her beautiful white gown and got off in, set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, so following her route, searching only the best stream and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon one familiar clearing, someone was not as she expected. Somewhere where she was not expected. Somewhere it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before. And just on the edge of her vision was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful, so she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up the flowers after flower, and every time she did, she noticed just further ahead, impossibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the fiancé crept further and further into the woods until she turned a corner, stepping over a moss fallen tree tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, destroying, dazing, fallen from their stems into festering mold. Piles on the floor, where bees had been. Now only flies buzzing, where the of flowers had once intoxicated her. The odor of mildew mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into the shadowy glade, she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and loved ones began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the patches, the tree line, and into the forest, but there was no beautiful wedding flowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines and moss covering rocks. The fiance said the fiance stayed a fiance for eternity, always wondering, looking for further blooms to clip, but never finding them. Me, distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Out there all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad. Just like everyone, or just like someone we know. Dwight, how was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at squirrels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. Claudette, when you think it's the end, the squirrel is almost never as rewarding as the original. The sequel. That's why I'm much more a fan of the episode style of storytelling. Knowing it's a story taking a lot of passion or a lot of pleasure off of any individual installment and builds a greater sense of company between okay. Dwight, tell me, Odessa, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Claudette, don't answer that. We don't actually care. Oh, Jesus. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next suggest of the evening. Oh my god, you guys are savage. Dwight, good grief? No. God forbid, fucking brain. God forbid my small talk gets in the way of a romantic twilight moment. Claudette, Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen, which is like killing each other. It's fucking, I love these two. You know what? I underestimate these two, and you could actually get everybody's cosmetic in game as well, which is great. Okay, you have fun tonight, and try not to wink, end up dead. Oh, Jesus. Me, why did you say that word? Or those words, wink, out loud, and what kind of duo event are you getting at with the ending up dead thing? Claudette, Dwight is psychotically incapable of winking. Oh, so like his character can't, but you're blinking, but okay. Nonsense. The addition, and you do know that all of these people are describe it. Despicable scramma with killing account, right? With a double deal. Okay. Dwight. Well, except for Spirit, she really doesn't belong here. She's strolling a victim, not strictly a victim, not excuse me. No wonder she's past. Trapper, did I hear somebody trash talking Spirit? Deal with me in. Oh my god, of course you would. You would trash talk Spirit any day. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes. Oh my god. Wraith, please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit or getting boiled. It's enough that those activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Most I've been subdued by figuratively flames as well. What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could? Just you and me. Oh my god. Oh dear lord, Huntress mommy wants it too. Huntress, those on those spindly legs, you'd probably try before you'd get too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded, Odessa is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen those legs? Yeah, legs for this, thick thighs said lives, excuse me. Anyways, per hour. Not that my walking speed really reflects my gentle saunter, but that's because I choose to move slowly for strength reasons. It's my own choice. And it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over that all. I feel that, Spirit. Don't you get it? Seriously. Wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that cooperation can swoop in and sell you fake. Corporation can swoop in and sell you fake Sultan to all your fabric problems or fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally. So this will probably be my last video, my brain today, while thumbing through a public domain novel print on Prepare because I refuse to play these games anymore. Trapper, it's like she's actually trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's but it seems he's attending along with the attention of everyone else is attracting. Everyone else is still on you for the moment. Right, if you could, I don't know, just pick one of us. Maybe we could all move on with our lives, or you know, some special project we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for the evening, actually? You know who it is! I don't know what y'all fucking think it is. I'm just saying you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murder Island comes to a close. Are we almost done? No way, we can't be that. Really? Wow. Alright. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with things streaming relating TV dating show booming happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken, right? Bachelorette, dating with the, you know, all those, dating something, date my ex or whatever, I don't fucking know. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to exactly Trickster because that's that guy. Yeah, you would also, yeah. We back to excluding Trickster because that's that guy. Because I think the reason why they're excluding Trickster is because of the fact that they were worried that everybody would just want to date him and only him. So they picked characters that they're all like, okay, who would you want to date and everything. We all know. I want to hear more about Spirit's story. I'm really liking her interactions, so we're gonna keep going. Me, Spirit? Spirit, oh, you picked me? Yeah? Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise fear or falseness. So I should be honest with you. You make for an interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at... Am I getting rejected? At all costs, even when I hate the game of the prize. But I had a long day. Aww, she wants to spend it alone? She might want to spend it alone, which is fine. Flirt it. Subjective experience Grinds my teeth as I imagine. Sweet, sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game already. It might seem like I hate everything, and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task. Not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. Yeah, it's alright. We can freaking sit and read together. I don't mind. Tell me about your book. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers. Oh my fucking god, brain. Where the cockatiel? There we go. Cockatiel shakers. I do this all the time where I know the word and my fucking brain just decides to say this word. Suggested by a heavy of bottles or Ashtray Buzz. Dwight, who's ready? Claudette, to get what? Spirit, well, I did drink, I don't drink, so not me. Me, you really don't drink ever? Is that because it was just fall out of the hole in your stomach thing, or Spirit, I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison of the body and mind, and I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time thing. Dwight, then why do you choose mixologist lesson as your romantic? The mixing area, the little thing, fucking for a romantic night activity. Anyone knows this kind of date is just an excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. I mean, I go out to, if I do drink, it's once in a blue moon. Like, it's very rare. And it is just for fun. It is not to get like super drunk and everything. It is to just chill, vibe, dance around, and just feel good. Just feel good. I don't get too out there. I mean, I am a lightweight, so it doesn't take too much to get me out there. But, yeah, it's once in a great while. It's okay if you want to. I've never made any, like, terrible decisions with it. I've done some funny things while under the influence, but I don't think I've, like, made a super big mistake that I'm all like, you know. I've got stories. If you ever want to hear them, let me know. I probably won't tell those ones, but we'll see. Dwight, it's true. Not a single person has ever learned anything at one of these things. Claudette, Dwight, now that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using your tongue? You know what? I've seen some people do that, and that's very fucking talented. I can't fucking do that shit. I do not have a cool magic ability thing that I can do like that. Like, nah. Or showy thing, whatever you want to call it. So, Dwight, what? Who ordered the soda with a slab of my private business? Because that's off menu. Dwight, you're. I'm not looking at you the same way in Dead by Daylight game at all. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Oh, Jesus. Spirit. Is a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. There you go. I'll have you all know that I work at a resort before I was a restaurant before I was veiled. Yeah, so yeah, she did. That was one of her jobs in her backstory. Claudette, but your father, Dwight. You will have your bloody. Right. Well, so be it. Claudette, how about you, Odessa? Do you drink? Booze it up? Oh my fucking god. You know she doesn't drink. And I don't want to be one-sided. I'm one of those kinds of drinkers. I'm a social drinker. I don't want to drink by myself. If I wanted to drink by myself, I would stay at home and drink by myself, which I don't really do very often. But a drink with a meal maybe once in a great while. But yeah, I don't want to be by myself, so I'm gonna stay sober. Me, I get the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm gonna pass on the alcoholic drink. Spirit, here. Yeah, no, I'm one of those ones, if she's not going to, then I won't. You know, especially because we're adults and everything. You see me a lot in video games deny drinks all of the time. Most of the time it's because the characters are underage. Clearly, they're not 21 majority of the time when they get offered drinks. So, of course, I'm going to say, you know, I'm going to be the bigger adult and say, no, I'm not going to drink. And all of that. So, at least some of the games that I've played, I've done that for. I don't know if I've done that for all of them. I'm pretty sure I did. I think it's the only adults that I've really drank, and this is my first one as an adult saying no to. So, alcohol is failures escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. This is true. Sober people can have fun too. You watch as Spirit picks up cherry. It's a cherry. And regular stab. No, is it? Stabs little. Oh, that's so she's got the little sword. That's what she's using. She's like, she's probably eating them. Cherry juice. Splurs. Everywhere. Splashes everywhere. And it's a little fruity guts. Lob onto the Spirit's lap. Oh no! Spirit. Whoops. One of the upsides of wearing black is hard showing stains. Absolutely! That's why I wear dark clothes majority of the time, because I swear to God. Like, yes, If it's gifted to me as a white shirt, I guess I'll wear it, but it ain't gonna stay clean. I freaking, like, I'm just terrible. I eat like a child is what I say all the time, but I eat, no matter how hard I try, I still manage to eat like a child. So, no take backsies. Dwight, so, lovebirds, what drink shall we make? Fancy beer, zombie, Bloody Mary, dark and stormy? I've never had any of these drinks. So, you know what? We'll go dark and stormy. Me, how about dark and stormy? Dark for my dark and stormy for my date. That pickup line. Damn. Spirit. Okay. That one is cute. I will admit to. Dwight, please allow us to just stare how a dark and stormy is made. Oh, discuss what first, Claudette says first rum, or in this case, rum extract and a bit of apple juice is poured over ice. Sounds interesting. Is this a real drink? I wonder if any of those are real drinks. Anybody who's a drink master, let me know if in the comment section if those are real drinks, or if it's just this game's drinks. Dwight, and the fresh ginger beer is added in. Claudette, garnished with a lime wheel. Dwight, and drink the end. And drink the end. Claudette, do you think we're up to the challenge of replacing this recipe, Odessa? Replacing rum, soda, and grape beer over ice? Don't forget the lime wheel! Oh my god, thanks, Dwight. Jesus. A rum, soda, and ginger beer over ice with a lime wheel. Oh, I gotta call it for this episode. Holy crap. I did not realize that's what we were going for, so. Alright. We're gonna call it for this episode. Thank you guys for coming out today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Yes, I will not apologize for scum saving regardless whatsoever. So if you have a problem with it, then this is totally not the series for you. I made a joke about it in the beginning. I don't do it very often unless I really wanted a different outcome and wasn't expecting that outcome. And when I accidentally make a wrong button press, or, in my case, I thought about it after I said it, that maybe she doesn't want her business being out there, which she clearly did. So, I said what I said, and I'm okay with that. So, but anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out today. If you're new to the channel and like what you see, please smash that subscribe button, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Definitely hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload to the channel. Feel free to check out my other playlists. I do more than just video games, and you might find something else to entertain you while you're waiting on the next episode. Feel free to also follow me over on my Twitch page. I stream Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And it's always 2 hours Dead by Daylight over there, 2 hours of Overwatch, and it's a blast. It's a lot of fun over there. All sorts of shenanigans. Feel free to follow me on my other social media pages if you wish to. And you can find all of that in the description box down below. Without further ado, I'm your host, Odessa Amari, signing out. Gaming Gamers, Cosplay and Cosplayers. Be safe, everybody. I love you guys. Mwah.